have a real hot tip for anyone who likes to be spontaneous. If you have the idea to use that old abandoned boat on your property, go check on it right when you have that idea and not 5 minutes before you're planning on leaving. I'm definitely not the first person to think about camping on this island. And we've got a swan corpse to keep us company, so that's nice. Ew. There is a couple of structures on here that were obviously made by other people, but I don't know, I like this open area of this island, and I haven't seen a lot of open ground on any of the other islands. So even though this is not as untouched as I would usually like my camping spots, I think I'm gonna go with this just because it's nice. There is like a never ending amount of options for where I could put my tarp because there's so much forest, but I kind of want to stay where I can see the ocean. By the way, this is the ocean, this is not a lake. So I'm thinking about building something so I can use this. This is like the softest piece of ground I have stood on in a long time. It would probably feel pretty great to sleep on. So I think I'll like build a pole so I can have my tarp in here. I kept dinner super simple that night. I just marinated a chicken breast in some olive oil, curry, paprika powder, and a bit of lemon juice. And that way it stays perfectly tender and super juicy on the fire. And then I just cut up some veggies with it. For the zucchini, I always cut them up and salt them and then let them sit for a bit so that the moisture gets drained out to the surface before I brush them in some olive oil and throw them on there with the chicken. After enjoying the sunrise, I got back into my sleeping bag and cuddled up with a book and a journal and just enjoyed a very lazy morning, and was completely astounded by the population of creepy crawlies on this island, because there were a lot of them, but they left me alone for the most part, and after a little breakfast I decided to go and explore the island. There must have been something back here way back in the day, because there's almost like a road going back here. I ended up finding a good amount of babelids on this island, which I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the pronunciation of, but I know how to identify them, and I feel like that's the important part. So I brought them home and had them for dinner. In my opinion, these are the best mushrooms you can find in our forests, even though everyone will disagree and say that porcini is actually the best one. But we had a lot of babelids where I grew up as a child, and I have so many fond memories of hunting for them with my dad. Plus, I feel like they make thicker sauces and are much more foresty and richer in their flavor, so for me, they win. I just finished taking down camp, and I was listening to a Bible study while doing it, so I have a lot of that hyped up God is good energy right now. And I'm gonna use that energy to load up the boat and start heading home, because it's quite a bit to paddle, and that God is good energy is gonna get me through. And I don't know, if you've been struggling and you feel like the world is kind of against you, just go read Psalm 86. It's such a nice prayer. It's God comes through for us. Those of us who choose him, he's for us. Just trust me on this. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this little adventure. Like, subscribe and say hi in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.